Hello guys, and in today's Project Delta video, I'll be discovering and explaining and showcasing every single new item, new location, and everything you need to know about the new Metro PvE tunnels inside of Project Delta. Now with this update, Salter has added 3 new items, and 2 of them being exceedingly overpowered, and the other, well to be fair, all of the ones that he added are overpowered, but we'll get to the items, then I'll get to exploring the entire metro, even the secret loot room it has, what you will need, and also be describing all the locations, all the special little hidden things you can find, and more. Now, with that, we should probably start on the new items. Now, there are 3 new items inside the game that's been added, one of them being the defibrillator. It's used to revive any of your teammates instantly when they're incapacitated, instead of you having to, well, stand over their body and wait about 9 seconds to revive them, as because with the introduction to the Defib, the standard revive time has been gone from 7 to 9 seconds, and I'm pretty sure we all really do not want to deal with that. Now, you can find this item inside any med crate around the map. It has a pretty low chance of spawning, but if you do be sure to pick it up. And another thing you should mention is that it sells for about 9,000 to nurse per one. The new thermal mini sight, the T12W. Now you can find the sight inside of the EDF Night Raid airdrop, and you can also find it in any bulk crate. Now the nice thing about the sight is that when you aim down sights, it actually shows you all the stuff behind it. As you can see, as you aim down the scope, it actually renders the chair through the sight. Now, whether this thermal sight is useless or not is up to you. I haven't really seen many people use it this wipe, as it's really only useful for close quarters combat, as long range this sight is actually kind of horrible. It has a pretty short distance, as after about 100 meters the thermal range does disappear. Now this sight can go on the market for about 250k rubles these days, upwards of about maybe 300k, 350k, and the lowest I've seen it sold for is about 145k. The new laser sight. Now this is probably one of the most OP items and attachments inside of all of Project Delta. Now, as you can see, it's exactly like the blue laser, except it's red, and the neat thing about this laser is that other players cannot see it when you've turned it on. It is only visible to you, but it does have that little beam at the front that you can see just like the blue flash, just like the blue laser sight. Now, there are only 2 ways of acquiring this laser sight. The first one is the God EDF M4 drop, and the second is the Gen 4 EDF airdrop. From what I've heard, apparently you can find this thing in a bulk crates, but I'm not too sure as I've never found it in one. Now if we look at the stats of this thing, you can see that it gives you minus 17 recoil vertical and horizontal. That means that the recoil on a MK12 M4 has become extremely low. Now if you add the SOTCOM and potentially the M4 drum, this recoil can drop under 20 if I recall correctly. Now what does that mean for you? I do not know, as I have not seen a fully MK12 God M4 with this attachment yet. I've only seen the basic M4 God M4 with this attachment without any MK12 parts, and the recoil is ridiculous. Another thing about this laser sight is that if you press G again, you can toggle a flashlight and laser sight simultaneously. If you press it again, you can turn off the laser sight and get a flashlight, and vice versa, you can turn both off with another click. Now, this laser sight can go on basically any single rifle and submachine gun in the game. It cannot go on any shotguns, it cannot go on any pistols, and it cannot go on any SMGs other than the MP5. Now with that is now every single new item added in this update. Salter does plan in part 2, which will potentially be added within a month, that with the new gun, there'll be a new boss inside these very tunnels. and potentially you will be able to get stuff from that boss. Now, with that out of the way, let's go and continue to search through the metro, and I'll very gladly explain all the stuff, the secrets, the hidden items, and of course, that secret little loot room that has been added, and you do in fact need a red card for this. Now, explaining the new metro fee, it is pretty simple. You just want to go to Serioza or Tamiyan or Tamo, and you will be able to just spawn in here without any quest requirements. Now, this area is in fact a low tier, and it is very easy to go past, but it does have high tier loot, only if you can get a red card, that is. Now, without the way, once you spawn in, you don't even need to click a spawn, it just automatically places you here where you see two wasteland guards. Now, in fact, if you do somehow, for some reason, have rubles on you, there are two vending machines here you can buy food and water from. And there's even a little radio you can turn music on. Now, I know what you might be planning the second you spawn and see some guards with drum mags and their AKs and Altons. You might be like, well, I feel like I can kill these guys and get a free set. Well, turns out, no, you cannot. Knifing them, shooting them, hitting grenades does absolutely nothing to these AI. And they also will not shoot you, and inside the tunnels, you are unable to kill your own teammate. Now, another thing you should know, the RPG does not work inside these tunnels, as for some reason when you shoot it, the rocket disappears. Now with that, once you spawn in, you're going to want to start heading down the tunnel here. Now I do know that when you walk down these tunnels, you're going to see a lot of side rooms or little places where there's some low tier loot scattered around. Now this is really useful for start of wipe and early wipe, or if you're just starting out wipe, because it gives you plenty of early game quest items that you can easily obtain. Now this is especially useful when it comes to late game quests that require a bunch of random items that you may not want to keep in your vault. Now, as you keep going down forward, you'll find another side loot room here that has a workbench and also has a first military crate. But once you get ahead, you'll find your first three AIs, you'll be greeted to the new AI they've introduced, and you'll also see two pathways. Now once you get here, you're obviously going to want to start killing the bots. Now, once you've killed the bots, you're obviously going to want to loot around if you've just started. Going on the left path first, as you can see, we are introduced to a new bandit type, known as tunnel bandits. There are three types, one with a pistol, one with an AKMI, and the very new AI known as the TOS bandit. These bandits are equipped with slug rounds, and early game, they are very dangerous if you do not have any armor. Heading down the left path, your first little loot area has some bandits, a wooden crate, and a grenade crate. Now you'll see a right and left path, but none of these paths change anything, and it's better for you to go right on the left path, where you'll see another side room with a med bag, a large shipping container, and if you go down this little tunnel here, you'll be introduced to a little downside area with a guaranteed bot spawn at the bottom. Once you kill a bot, you can walk down, and you'll find a small shipping crate, and you'll find another one on the corner, a med bag, and you'll find another military crate. Now once you've done this, you can simply leave, and you can return back here. Now once you go ahead, you will see a train crash, and you will see some more bots. Swiftly deal with them, and you can move on. Once the bots are dead, you will notice a little train opening here, and of course you'll be tempted to go inside. It may be a little difficult first, but once you go inside, you will notice nothing except another way forward. Going back, you're going to want to jump back out the train, but if you haven't gone inside, just simply walk past it, and you will see a little ladder up here. You're going to jump up the rope, go in here, and you'll find your first large military box. Loot whatever you want from it, and then simply jump down and continue forward, and as you can see, the train area leads to the same place. Now you're given another choice, right or left, but obviously for now we're sticking to the left path. Heading down this way, you will find another little side area, and this has your second large military box. If you're lucky, you can possibly find an AK or even maybe a Russian flare. Heading down, you will see a little side area here, and of course, just like before, there will be 2 bandits inside. Once you've killed them, you can loot your small military box, and all your other little low tier item boxes, so you can get your quest items, or maybe any little goodies that you might want to sell. And now once you've done that, you're simply just going to walk past again. And as you keep walking forward, you're going to see a big door with a green light. You're just going to walk by, and on your left, you're going to see a little area with a bot guarding. Once the bot is dead, you can loot this military crate, and then all this med bag, and you can start heading down the stairs. At the bottom, you'll also notice another AI. Once it is dead, you're going to see a military box at the bottom. And if you go into this little room here, you're going to see it's closed off by a destroyed train, it's in debris, and there's a large shipping crate inside. Heading out, you're also going to notice a little side room here. Now heading downwards, you go down this staircase, and you're going to find this little room here, where there's 2 toolboxes, a shipping crate, a large military crate, and you'll find the 2 good military boxes at the bottom with whatever random items you find. Once you have looted this, you're going to want to go back up. Now, once you have gone back, you're just going to want to continue going forward, and you're going to want to make a right turn. Now once it's done, you're going to see a left and right path. The left path is closed off, so you're going to have to go this way. Now, once you arrive here, there are 2 paths you can choose from. And I'll be showing you this path here, and if you get close, enough to the train, a little ghost will spawn for Scream. Now, if you run back there and come back, it will respawn and happen again. But once you do jump up here, you're going to want to walk across it slowly and just hope not to fall in the fire. Now you will notice a military crate under there. If you want to loot it, you're just going to want to jump down on the wood here, crouch, and then here you go. And after that, you're going to uncrouch and jump up here. And as you walk across here, you're going to want to be careful to not fall in. But if you do fall in, do not worry, because let's say you accidentally fall down here. Do not worry, as you can also squeeze through here to go back. Or if you don't know about that, it is okay, because you can jump up on the store, the railing, and then you are back up here. But what if you could fall down here? Well, do not worry, because if you fall down here, there is in fact a way out. You're going to want to jump up here, then jump on this railing, and after a few tries, you'll make it and you're free to go. And as you walk over, you will in fact see a little ghost that will stare at you. After that, you can loot your little military crates, your sports bag, your satchel, and any little other item spawns that go around. Inside this room, you'll also notice another large military box, with whatever goodies you may want to get from it. Now, you may be wondering, well, what's behind the other way? Well, not really anything, just the same stuff, as if you just walk straight forward, you will walk past the entire crashed train and be greeted with the same spot. Now, if you walk forward, you will find what is quote-unquote the best loot here if you do not have the keycard. You'll walk over into this tent, you'll find a bunch of med bags, and luckily I found a Defib. But what you will also notice is a KGB set on the corner, where you can find a golden Makarov, some random key generations, or maybe some rubles. Now with that, you may be tempted to push forward, and if you do, you'll find 2 closed off areas on the right and the left, a small military box, and if you turn again left, and you walk through here, you will find an exfil. Now, once you've Now, once you've chosen to exfil the left path or run all the way back, you will notice that same right or left path again, and this time we'll be going on the right side. And as if you do remember, this is where you fight the 3 bandits at the start. Now when you continue, you're going to want to choose the right path. And as you go right, you're going to see a little room in here. If you go down, you'll find a military crate. You'll also find a med bag. And you'll also find a little way down. Now, compared to the other ways, this way down does in fact look a lot different. Now, we're going to continue forward this way and we'll come back here. And if you do end up going this way, when you turn again, you will be taken further into the tunnel as if you just walked forward and ignored the room. You'll be finding a grenade crate and another med bag. As you can see the same pathway down there. Now, if we go back to the downstairs, once you go down, you'll see a military crate, you'll see a med bag, a small military box with a random item that you may want or need. And if you go down even lower, you will find a large military box. Now from here, you will notice that you will be in fact inside some water. You can walk in this water if you want, and you can also not decide to walk in it. But you'll be greeted to the other side. Walking up, there is also another thing you can do here. Right next to this large military box, what you can do is you can go into this railing, and you can jump off onto here. Now, you will also notice that there is a random high tier special loot spawn on the little railing up here. And to get to there, you're gonna just want to walk to the railing here, go up here, jump off, and then crouch on the side, and there you go. Now that I'm aware of, there is only one little spawn up here, but it is also nice knowing that you can miss this. It also is usually another good little spawn, because you could get lucky with a keychain, a gold watch, or a replica, or a phone, ticks, SBS, and all those little higher tier value items. Now going up, once you reach the top, you'll find a little bot. Once he's dead, you'll see 2 little crates here. And after that, you're going to want to exit through here, go this way, turn right, and you will notice that there is an exfil right in front of us, but you're going to want to ignore it. Once you go this way, you'll see a military crate, which you can loot or whatever you'd like, and then you're going to turn this way. Once you go this way, you'll find another large military box. We're going to want to go down here, and voila. You've made it back to the little thing where the containers were at the start with the little train. Now, once you guys go down the little pathway, which we told you about down there, where you come out and find the med bag and the grenade crate, you're going to want to push forward, as this is the way to the secret little red card loot room. Now, this area would be your entire point of even coming to Metro PvE until the boss is added. And as you can tell, there will in fact be a lot of bots in front. As if I put my thermal scope on and I aim down sights, you will notice that there is a lot of bots down here. There is approximately about 8 to 10 back there, and you're going to want to swiftly kill them, as this place is also really amazing for quests like Right Death or Wicked Ivan. Now, once you push forward, you're going to see all the bots around, and you're going to want to swiftly kill them. Once you've killed the ones at the front, you're going to see the little crates around. You'll see a watchtower where AI can spawn on top of sometimes, but you're going to want to push forward. Now once you've killed the bots, you will find random food spawns across this table. Sometimes they can be Pokebar, Bloxy or monsters. After you walk past the bodies, you'll find a large military box. Once you push forward, you will also find little crates all scattered around, and another workbench. Now, once you've cleared that, that is in fact the last of all the bots you will find here. After that, you will walk in this train and you'll see a little opening here, outside where there's a small military crate. And you will see the same here, except it leads to nothing. Going forward, you will see a random food or drink spawn on the floor, another crate, and jumping out here, you will see a random high tier loot spawn here. Here I got a replica, but you can find ticks, gold watches, or even a keychain here as well. Here you will find more crates as well, with random little item spawns. Back here you will find nothing. And you will also find nothing back here. Now after that you're going to want to go down here where you'll find a military crate, random item spawns on the floor. You'll see a little room on the left with a large military crate. After that you're going to want to make your way forward. And you're going to look to your right, you're going to look to your left, and you're going to see a little opening with a military crate. But we're not going there just yet. Instead, you're going to want to go forward, where you'll be greeted to a grenade crate, a small military box, a modification station, and a weird drink spawn on top of it. Here, you will also find the red card room. Now, once you've opened the first door, you will notice that you do have to use your red card twice when going here. And once you do that, you will find this little room here, where you'll find a small military box. Once you've done that, you're going to want to go down the stairs, where you'll then find your first little side room. Inside is a military crate, a large military box, and another military crate in the first room, and even a PC. Inside of this room here, you're going to find a large military box, a small one, and you're going to find two more large military boxes. Once you go forward, you will see another little side room, where there are three large military boxes, a small large military box, and there's a military crate. And for some reason, just know that these small military boxes, like right here, always do come looted. So if it's looted, don't worry. For some reason, it's just a little glitch in the code. Now, after you've looted this room, you're going to want to go back downstairs. And in the layer directly under, you're going to find a little cafeteria. Now, the really good thing about this cafeteria is that it's guaranteed to have high value food spawns, meaning you'll find Bloxy Colas, Pokebars, Molokos, and monsters here all the time. And as you can see, after I'm done going around and even checking the fridges, I have gotten 3 Moloko, a Pokebar, and a Bloxy Cola, all from a single little run here. And there's also a cash register you can loot if you'd like. After that, you're going to want to go back downstairs again, where you will find the first high tier loot room. Now this room is home to 5 stims and 3 abode crates. Now where to find them, you're going to want to go forward, make a right, and you're going to want to turn your lighter on. As when you step in here, you're going to find your first stim in the sink, and you will also find an abode crate in the corner. Now if you're lucky, you'll find something high tier value, but unfortunately I did not. Once you've picked up the serum, you're going to want to move on. Once you step out here, you will see your second abode crate. Once looted, you're going to want to make your way here, and on the floor, you will notice another stim. Go forward again, and you'll find a third stim, and your last abode crate on this level. After that, make your way out here, into this room, go down, and if you don't find a stim in here, then just go back outside, walk into this toilet, and there will be one on the floor or on top of the toilet. Now once you have done that, you're going to make your way back out, and you're going to look for the final stem spawn. And here it is, under the little thing here. Now sometimes you will get unlucky and there'll only be 4, but they do spawn in really weird looking places, so just do keep an eye out. Now, as you go down to the final level, you will notice another room. Now this room is housed the 3 more bottle crates. And once you are done looting those, if you go any deeper, you'll notice a small military crate over there. You'll notice a bunch of large shipping containers. Inside this little side room here, you'll find nothing but a random item spawn and a military crate. Now, once you have looted this, you're going to want to make your way out. Now, once you've made your way out, you're going to open the doors, make your way out this room, and you're going to want to go down the little entrance we saw earlier. Heading down the stairs, you will notice that there is in fact another little swampy sewer area. Now going down here, you will find a large military crate. As you go forward, you will find another small shipping container. And then after you've done that, you're going to go up these stairs. And once you do, you'll find a familiar little location. And it is the little tent of the KGB satchel from earlier. If you want to avoid going down the right pathway, you can go there straight away, ditch the left one, but if you go to the left one, you can go all the way to the end, then go down there and do it all the other way, and then go back to the start to exfil. Or you could do this way, where it leads you back to the tent, where you can loot the satchel if you haven't already. Then you're going to want to make your way out to the exfil. And once you've done that, once you've gone here, you're going to see a military crate, and you're going to see the exfil, where you can patiently wait to exfil. Now, with that done, ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid that is everything added in the 0.59 Part 1 update. Now, there is 100% more content to come this update, and this wipe, do not worry, as Salter plans to add a new gun, which is already modeled, and it's most likely going to be a boss gun. Well, not most likely, it is confirmed to be a boss gun, and it will be a new TFZ member. Now, what we know about this gun isn't really much, but I'll put a photo of it on screen, and from what Salter has told us, it will be a boss inside the Metro. But the problem is, in Metro, you cannot respawn, so if you do not have a buddy with you and you die to this boss when it eventually gets added, I will be guessing your loot is long lost time. Now, if you found this guide helpful, gladly do like and subscribe, and if you want more guides, obviously do comment and ask so, as I will be making more for all you people. Now, with that out of the way, I'll see you all later, and do enjoy your night. And with that, I am gone, and I'll see you in the next guide.